Good morning, YouTubers. All right, so we have here this field, this one right here. So I'm gonna have to take you guys on my lawnmower because this place is massive. It is a little over 20 acres with somewhere around just over 5 acres, I believe, to cut. You guys, I'm super stoked to have this property. Like, I am so excited to have this property. It is a bi-weekly account because there is no irrigation, there's no weed treatments and stuff like that. They strictly just want it to get knocked down a little bit here and there. As you can see, it's not even that tall. It's seriously only like maybe 1.5 feet, 2 feet tall, just because it doesn't ever get watered and it's just baking in the sun all day. But there's actually 5 main buildings on this property. This one right here is the only one that they have up and running. They have another one over there, which I'll show you guys all these in just a second, but they have another one over there that's for sale, and then the one next to it they just sold, but there's a spot in between. So yeah, and then also all the way from the road all the way back to pretty much that big white building over there, there's about 10 feet of the road that needs to be done, and the same thing from here all the way down to the right here. 10 feet needs to be done. And then also, not now, but in the future, they want me to go from the inside of all these trees to the fence. There's a small little like 3 or 4 foot walkway. They want me to trim all these trees down and these branches and stuff like that, and see if I can get in there with the weed whacker, just to try to make a gap so that, you know, they can see down it, and then the trees are not growing into the fence and stuff like that. So yeah, I figured it was going to take me about 3, maybe 4 hours pushing it. But the first time I told them it's going to be $500 because it's probably going to take me a little bit longer because everything is a little bit longer. And then from there on out, it's going to be $375 bi-weekly. But so here is, before you guys shoot myself or head into the comments and say I'm crazy, there is no edging, there is no blowing. There is like maybe 20 or 30 feet worth of weed whacking. That's it. The rest of it is just mowing on my lawnmower. So there's a small 10-foot spot like right here in front of this building. It's got a couple of tall weeds that needs to be weed whacked. And then when we head over there, which I'll show you guys, it's a nicer building, and then in the front of it there's a couple of spots that need to be weed whacked, but they're trying to sell it, so they want it to look a little bit better. And then yeah, so that one's going to need to be weed whacked as well. So as you guys can tell, nothing needs to be weed whacked, nothing needs to be edged, nothing needs to be blown off with the leaf blower. I'm literally just going to be on my lawnmower cutting grass for, I don't know, hour and a half, 2 hours, if that. This big old field that you guys are looking at is the biggest part of it. So I'm pretty sure I've got my calculations correct. Pretty sure I got my numbers correct. Hoping my tire's not flat. Looks good. I think that Flex Seal really paid off. But I have 3/4 of a tank on my lawnmower right now. It's gonna get really loud, you guys, when I'm driving on my mower. So what I'm gonna do real quick is I'm just gonna drive the lot and show you guys what all I have to do and what all this property is gonna ask of me. So I'm gonna just start over there really quick, and then I'm just gonna drive the whole property line all the way over to that other building. So stay tuned, you guys, and enjoy the ride. don't know if you guys seen that, but this is about 2 feet right here, and then they also want another 2 feet right there. So what I'll have to do is I'll have to just run one strip straight down this way, and then we'll call it a day. So it looks crazy up in here, you guys, I know, but what I was talking about, eventually, not today, but at some point they want me to go through it and cut like these tree limbs down and stuff right there, so we can open it up, because they don't want all this bush and these weeds to be attacking their fence, because they spent thousands of dollars on that fence just a couple years ago because of that same reason. The overgrowth was growing through the fence and it was tearing it down. So eventually they're gonna want me to open up this a little bit too, take the bushes down and stuff, but for now they literally just want me to keep this somewhat maintained so that the county or the city is not yelling at them. All right, so this is this part. This comes all the way to this corner. There's also this big building right here. They just sold it, but on the other side there's a huge portion, and then there's a building over there too. But I'm gonna go this way and go all the way around and show you guys the rest of the outside. Gate to get in right here, so there's like a little 30 or 40 foot spot right here I got to take care of, but you've already seen most of this strip. So now I'm going to show you this part. We're going to go forward from there, but as you can see it's about 10 or so feet just up to these bushes. I'm pretty sure that guy just called me an asshole, but I don't know why. You're not supposed to ride your bike on the sidewalks. That's what the road's for, just so you know. I don't know why he was just yelling at me, and I honestly don't know if you're supposed to ride your bikes on sidewalks or not. But anyway, so you can see there's about 10 or 15 feet. They want this just taken care of, and then like I said, this big old mound right here, just leave it alone. So I gotta go through and pick up some trash and a shirt and stuff like that. But I'm gonna just drive right through here and show you guys this part. As you can see, it just cut down from probably 10 to 15 feet all the way down to maybe 6 feet, 7 feet, but let's keep going. corner. I'm going right up to this signpost right here. And then from here, it's a little tricky to see it, but I'll show you here in just a second. They don't own like this far. They only own a couple feet off the fence. So you can kind of see, like I said, they don't go past these poles or anything like that. So he told me just 1 or 2 strips, just straight down, and then the rest of it I can just leave it alone. So they want me to go down, you know, just to the end of that building. So right where them bushes start, it's about 50 feet, 60 feet from the corner of this building right here. And then you can see my truck and trailer way over there. Yeah, I'm way out here, you guys. I mean, this place is gigantic. And then they want me to do the same thing on this side of the fence, just cut it up to the fence, no weed whacking necessary. And then nothing on this side of the driveway at all over there where my truck is and stuff. And then just in here, just where it is, just hit it with the mower like 1 time. For those of you that are wondering why it's so nonchalant, they don't do that much business. They don't have $1,000 to spend every, you know, other week on lawn care. So they just wanted the bare minimum just to get it done, make it look better. They want me to do 1 strip from here all the way down to that billboard sign that you guys can probably see. They want me to do a 1 strip there, then come back 1 strip, and then nothing on that side of the railroad tracks, just over here, because they own this building and then the building in front of it. And I'll show you guys that here in just a second. I have no idea why this mower's out here. It wasn't out here last time. I'm thinking maybe They were trying to cut some of this down. I have no idea. But the battery's laying on the ground, and so is a gas can. But they want me to weed whack just right here, and then around this little machine right here, and then just mow right here against this building. And then I got a little bit more to show you. So this little cove right here, just mow. Doesn't need any weed whacking whatsoever. Just mow what I can mow. And then if there's some tall stuff like this, they don't care. This building doesn't get used. It's just for sale. And they don't care about the backside of it. This is the only part that they really want weed whacked, right here. So I just got to weed whack up against that building and then make it look decent right here up in these bushes. Obviously, because this is a nice building and it's for sale. And then I'm supposed to go around those, that billboard, whatever that thing is, and that bush and stuff like that, weed whack. But I'm supposed to treat this small section of property like it's a, you know, something that somebody wants mowed and take care of and stuff like that. But yeah, so this is going to be the only part that really needs to get weed whacked. And what my game plan was I was just going to do all that up there that doesn't need a weed whacker, and I'm just going to stay parked over there, and I'm going to get all that stuff done. And then when I'm done, I'm just going to drive my truck all over here, and then I'm just going to start working on this individually, because this is going to need a little bit of a leaf blower and then also a little bit of weed whacking. But as you can tell, it's kind of small, pretty easy to do, nothing crazy. And then there's nothing on the road. So it literally stops right here in the corner of this building. There's nothing that way. And then, yeah, so it's going to be some weed whacking up here in this little part right here. Nothing too crazy. Just knock these weeds down, make it look decent. And then just mow, like I said, just like one little strip right through there from the fence back, but then just mow the rest of this stuff like you normally would. All right, now watch this, how long it takes to get back to my truck. I got the mower going full speed right now, 11 miles an hour. This is how big this place is. That one back there, they own these two, and then that big one up there. 11 miles an hour. I got it full throttle, except for over these railroad tracks. I'm not doing that full throttle. This is a maintenance building, they still use it. This is the big field that's gonna take me the longest. But man, when I'm done with it, it's gonna be looking amazing. So the reason I'm charging $500 the first time, a lot of you guys already know, it's just because the grass is taller. There's going to be a little bit more trash. It's just going to be a little bit more work and a little bit harder on the equipment the first time around. But when I start coming back, like if this is as tall as it is and it hasn't been mowed yet at all this year, and this is all it's been, this is the tallest it's, can you imagine how tall it's going to be in 2 weeks? it's gonna be like maybe 7 inches, 8 inches, something like that. But you guys, I want to get some mowing footage of me doing this property, but like I have every intention of going this way back and forth with my stripes. So by the time I take off from here and I go all the way down there and come all the way back one time, I feel like my GoPro battery is gonna be dead. So I'm just gonna get it done, and then I'm gonna show you guys portions of when I'm done. And then also, you guys, do me a huge favor, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. I appreciate you guys' love and support. It's really just pushing this channel. We got almost 1,000 subscribers. I'm sure we'll be there at the end of the week. I'm gonna beat the ever living crap out of this poor mower today. I hope he can stand up to it. It's got 3/4 of a tank of gas, so hopefully we can get through it. You guys just seen it. It's a massive property. It's huge. I'm sure there's 1,000 of you guys in the comment section that are gonna say I'm not charging nowhere nearly enough. This should be a $1,200 job, but I'm telling you right now, it is 10 o'clock and I'm gonna get started on the outside part, and I'm gonna do those outside parts, and then I'm gonna come in here and I'm gonna knock this one out. And then after I do that, that's it for this big section. And then I gotta weed whack a little bit right there, and then I'm gonna drive over to that one and just do that one like a normal everyday yard. So all right, I'm gonna get to it, guys. See you in a couple hours. Started at 10 o'clock. It is 2:30. So 4.5 hours. I might be charging these guys just a little bit too much. I got it down for $375 because I was expecting it to take like 4 hours, 3.5, 4 hours. But you guys, this was the first cut of the season for this property, and I went over a lot of stuff a couple different times, and also it took me a lot longer with my weed whipper because everything was just so tall. So, but yeah, like I took care of everything. I even did stuff I wasn't even supposed to do. Oh, there goes that car, the Ford Taurus. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, it's pulling the X-Mark. I said something about it in one of my videos the other day, how it doesn't really matter if it's a truck, it's Ford, 2500, anything like that. But yeah, you guys, I think I might be overcharging just a wee bit. My mower says 62.8 hours right there. I don't know if you guys can see that. So yeah, put two hours on my mower, so that's 40 bucks right there. But this was a $500 job, you guys, and it took me, I would say, 4 hours on the dot, because the guy did come out and he talked to me for a second, and then that big old property that you guys seen, that big chunk, the very first strip that I did, it was right down the middle, because sometimes that's just how I stripe. That's the best way to line things up. And what happened was I had the deck all the way up, and I was going down and it was just missing so much. But I did half of the yard before I decided, you know what, let me drop it down to 3 inches and then see what happens. And sure enough, them Oregon blades, or Oregon, or Oregon, whatever they're called, they're gator mulchers or whatever, the gator blades, they didn't miss anything. I kept turning around to look. I wasn't missing a single piece. So I bet you anything when I come back in 2 weeks, it's gonna be so fast to cut along all these fence lines and stuff. When I was cutting along all these fences and stuff, I was going turtle mode because I didn't want to hit a big old chunk of metal, a rock, some bricks, I didn't want to hit anything that was just gonna break my mower. But yeah, so there it is, 2:30. I don't know if you guys can see it on my watch. Oh, I can pull up my phone for you. But yeah, 2:30 right there, 2:31. Yeah, 500 bucks, and it took me 4 hours to do it. And also, you guys, it took me probably 10 minutes, 15 minutes just to make the videos for you guys when I was out here today. Because if you ride your lawnmower at 11 miles an hour around this entire property, it'll probably take 5-6 minutes. And I was going back and forth making videos for you guys so you could see like the stripes and everything and all around the building. But yeah, see, I got all this weed whacked like I told them I would. It was just super tall, so I had to like double cut everything with the weed whacker. I went all the way up in there. I just did everything he asked me to do and then some. And from all the way down there at the other side of that post all the way down to the railroads, I hit that up twice. But yeah, that was just an awesome, you guys, this is my favorite thing in the world to do, is just cut grass. And I got 2 hours on my mower today. It was a little heart-wrenching because I was scared I was going to hit something, but I didn't hit nothing. So now I'm going to go pick up a paycheck from one of my other clients because she keeps texting me and telling me that she has my money. So I'm going to go get that really quick. But that's going to be it for today's video, you guys. And you know what's going to happen. You're going to smash that like button. You're going to subscribe to the channel. You're going to leave me a nasty comment telling me I didn't charge them not nearly enough. And then I'll see you on tomorrow's video. Peace.